This camera's not as wet, so you can probably see a little bit better. I am soaked. Severe thunderstorm warning. 60-mile-per-hour winds. Quarter-size hail. Count me in. Let's go in the woods. Every time it's been raining so far, when I've done one of these episodes, it's been raining to me, and I've been getting wet, but it hasn't been coming up on camera. And so I've been saying, oh geez, it's raining. And it looks like a nice, beautiful day. I've been hoping for a storm to fall on one of these days. I think we got it. Let's go.
At 12:08 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Schuyler Falls to near Jay in Essex County to 6 miles north of Taylors, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor hail damage to vehicles is possible.
The road was closed, so I was a little bit worried that I wasn't going to be able to get here, but unfortunately it was closed just past where I needed to turn, so let's go on in. Now I'm partial to having a hat, but if this rain gets any worse, which again, it's wild. Like I'm looking at this on the screen, you can't even see it. Well, I can see it and I can feel it, but at any rate, if it gets any worse, I'm probably gonna have to use my hat to cover up the camera so that doesn't get wet, so we can still do the episode. That's, as far as problems go, I suppose a decent problem to have. I'm gonna turn down the exposure on the camera because what I'm seeing in real life and what you're seeing, it's just so vastly different. Let's see if I can match. All right, I'm obviously dark, but this is what I'm seeing. I wonder if I can keep it like this or if I'll have to reset it every time. See, because like you turn the exposure up. Oh, what a bright, beautiful, sunny day. That's not true. That's not true at all. Oh yeah, buddy, it's dark all right. I don't think I'm gonna go too far. Not for any reason out of self-preservation, but rather, I don't want it to start raining so hard that I can't film this. Oh yeah, you hear that coming down? I don't want it to get that bad that I gotta can the episode. So what I'm gonna try to do is find a place with a bit of an overhang to keep the camera dry. So I got a lot on the plate today. It's not going to be easy going. The trail's already pretty washed out. Well, that's all right. That is a first. I have never seen moths seek shelter before. I just watched a moth fly into, whoa, Jesus. Oh, yikes. Just watched a moth fly into the bottom of a tree. A hole in the bottom of the tree. Whoa. All right, I gotta find camp soon. This is really coming down. All right, I am underneath a tree, a fallen tree. And I might have to just have this be the shot the whole episode, because this phone is not digging the water. Let's see if I can't buffer it from the wind and the rain. Whew. All right, this shot looks like garbage. What do we do? Do we wait out the storm? Or do we get started on our meal? You tell me. I don't want to ruin this phone. Maybe we wait out the meal. Or wait out the storm, rather. I am soaked. Right underneath the fallen tree. I keep my phone underneath my shirt, try to keep it dry. We'll check back in. This camera's not as wet, so you can probably see a little bit better. I am soaked. So rations first. Not bad accommodations though. My backpack's comfy. This tree's primarily keeping me dry. You know what? Let's get started. This is some Survivor Man angle stuff right here. Y'all ever watch that show? Oh, jeez. So what do we got? Let's see if I can't turn this brightness up. 1 second. It's too dark. I can't even read this. I know I turned the brightness up, so to you this looks like, oh, nice sunny day. No way, dude. It's too dark. I can't even read what this is. Alright, we got Italian breadsticks. This is an Italian shelf-stable sandwich. I was gonna do a Woodland taste of Italy. So there's one thing I'm gonna save that I'm not doing today, but I'm gonna start with this sandwich with a side of breadsticks, and I was gonna dip the breadsticks in a heat and bag tortellini. I'm not gonna do that now. We're gonna get in and get out. Probably not get out. I think this might be the safest place for me right now. But let's take a look at the sandwich. It smells good. This smells like not just like a Hot Pocket, but Tony's, which makes my favorite frozen pizza. They used to have their version of a Hot Pocket. And it smelled like this. So this is pepperoni and sausage in it. I don't like sausage, but I do really like pepperoni. It's wild. I can see the screen, and because the brightness is cranked up, like, look at all the sun that you think you can see. Dude, no way. But at any rate, let's try. Ooh, I think this is made, not to promote anyone or anything, but just because it has context. This is made by Bridgeford. Bridgeford makes pepperoni. They also make the beef jerky I had for breakfast. So I have faith in this. Let's see. Italian shelf-stable sandwich. First bite's all bread. It's useless to me. I'm gonna rip the bread right off. Get right to the goods. This tastes a lot like the, I think Bridgeford made the other one too, but it tastes a lot like that Oh, what was it? It was like very tomato forward. Tomato forward, like Mexican, maybe supposed to be a burrito. It was fine. Very cakey bread. Androgynous filling, if I'm using that word right. The filling doesn't give a whole lot of information. I would not be able to distinguish that there is pepperoni or sausage in here any more than I would have been able to distinguish that the beef filling for the Mexican one was in fact beef, was in fact Mexican flavored, and wasn't just this. This is really bready and cakey, which has me nervous for something that I was otherwise really excited for, which is the side that I would have otherwise been mixing with the tortellini. You know what? Screw it. If we got time, I'll make the tortellini. My hands are too wet to grip this though. Insert food pouch. All right, remove all contents. Yep. Insert food pouch. Add 3 to 5 ounces of water. That might be more, but that's fine. Add open heating pad and add it. Seal quickly. I'll have to seal especially quickly because I am soaking wet. I don't want any of the water from my hands to activate this. Heat 3 to 5 minutes. So I think we're gonna, while this cooks, we're gonna skip to dessert because I wanted to pair this with this. See how long it takes for that to steam up. I'll tell you, being face down like this to shoot the episode, not nearly as comfortable. But off to dessert. Shortbread cookie. Oh, there's the steam. Oh, wow. Right in the face. Y'all see that? Woo! Yikes. I'm gonna put that out in the rain. Cool down out there. Early dessert, shortbread cookie. Smells vanilla, but in a way that feels fake. You know, it feels chemically. You see that steam coming in here? Let's go for it. That vanilla is way strong. For me, too strong. I could see a world where it's not too strong for someone else. But it's so strong that it's almost taken on like a lemony vibe, but I don't think it's supposed to be. Still, despite what you're seeing, it is too dark for me to read this. There's the dessert. Carefully remove food pouch, open and enjoy. So, what I'm gonna do, since everything's already all wet, I'm gonna open this, hopefully don't get burned again by the steam like I just did. Fudge. Fudge cakes. Everything's already all wet, so I'm gonna just pour this out. I'm not gonna move the camera because I don't want it to get soaked. So I'm sorry if you can't see this, but pouring it out into the rain. I am gonna need, here's the pouch, I'm gonna need to get that heater back into this packet. I can't just leave that outside. I'm gonna use a stick, try to poke at it. Maybe a couple wet leaves for a handhold. But as you can see, it's steaming, it's very hot. Back in the bag it goes. Leave that out there to cool. Now we have moderately hot tortellini, cheese tortellini in a pasta sauce. Again, my hands are too wet to grip this. So I'm gonna have to rip it. If you can't grip it, rip it. There we go. That thunder spooks me a little bit. I'm low and I'm covered, but you never know. All right, so now that that's ready, we can break into the Italian breadsticks, which I was excited for. I've had these for about 2 weeks. Been looking forward to trying them. They smell good. Very oregano forward. This smell reminds me of my childhood. I like that. That's not seasoning on it, that's just dirt and grime from my hands. But looks like there might be some oregano flecks on the inside. I'll try it just by itself and then I'll dip it in the tortellini. That's nice. Didn't expect anything of it. That's the thing. That's why the crackers work. That's why all the things that you don't have the bar high for, even though I did have the bar high for this, that aren't something else. That's why they all work. I'm gonna dip it in the tortellini like I would with a nice marinara sauce. See how that plays. I gotta get out of here. That is a long bit of thunder. All right, more of the sauce. I got a fork in here to try out, that's a spoon, try out the tortellini, but then I gotta make it out. There we go, cheese tortellini, heat in bag. The first hot meal in a while. I'm pretty sure the first one we did was a heat in bag too with the heat pack. A lot of them are add hot water. But this one, you add any water. I've used snow before and it works. This is good, this is like ravioli. I'm gonna get one. I put a little bit of that breadstick in here. And get one of the tortellinis, one of the breadsticks. And then probably get the heck out of Dodge. I would eat this. Is now the time? I don't think so. But I would eat it. Usually I try to be not clean, but mindful of what's going in my backpack. Whew. Now's not the time for that, though. Alright, because of how rainy it is, I'm not going to film my walk back. But if you see me in my car next, then you know I made it. Thanks for watching Rations. Note to future self, cut here. Ryan, I love you, buddy. You're my best friend. Be the strongest, kindest, smartest person in any room, and you'll do fine. I love you, buddy. All right, I made it. Woo. Holy cow. Oh, man. Whew. I am soaked. All right. So, Italian shelf-stable sandwich. I would give that a 7. Look at all that dirt. Woo! There's a thumbnail. All right, Italian shelf-stable sandwich. I would give that a 7. Italian breadsticks. Give that an 8.5. Tortellini, 8 or an 8.5. I think the breadsticks are an 8 too, not an 8.5. Shortbread cookie. 6. Vindication for the fact that I always keep multiple changes of clothes in my car. Priceless. It's cheeky and fun for an episode to do this out in a storm, and I've been looking forward to the chance to do that for a while. But I don't condone that. Like, I'm not encouraging that. I don't suggest that. In fact, I encourage, suggest, and condone that you don't do that. I was maybe a half a mile from my car at any given point. Underneath the tree, down on the ground. I just don't want the fun of this episode to make it seem like I'm suggesting that you go do this. I don't suggest that. But I said, this was a fun episode, wasn't it? Jeez Louise. Alright. Hey, thanks for watching. Because my hands are too wet to make the screen work too well, I don't know how much time we have left. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to flip the camera over. And you can see, you know, just a nice little ASMR, I guess, out the window of the rain in the forest. And we'll ride that through the rest of the episode. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week.
by Simon P.